The occasional bumps and falls are just part of playing the sport, but concussions can have a serious side effect. According to Headcase, a family-owned grassroots organization, at least 1 in 5 high school athletes will sustain a sports concussion each sports season, which is why raising concussion awareness is important.
Basically, the best analogy that I have for concussion is the egg and the yolk. The yolk is your brain, you shake it up, it's all scrambled, that's your concussion. So in other words, it's basically a rattling of the brain inside the cranium.
Underreporting concussions has become a serious issue in recent years, in part because athletes are so afraid of the consequences.
Because of the fear of being removed from play, not being able to compete, all the pressures that the athlete themselves have to perform, to actually be out on the field, especially if they're a starter, if they're a leader, to lose their spot, that is definitely a critical thing.
Athletes with hopes of playing on a collegiate level don't want to have concussions on their resume, and for a good reason too.
They just don't want to have a history of concussions or being out because of a concussion.
In the state of Arizona, roughly 7,000 athletes are diagnosed with concussions every year. And although football gets most of the attention, concussions can occur in any high school sport.
A concussion in track, the closest I've seen with a concussion in track is actually with pole vaulting. So there's that risk there because pole snaps and they're falling from a height. And just even with them landing hard, not necessarily them hitting their head, but actually the whiplash effect could actually result in a concussion.
An athlete that is diagnosed with a concussion must pass an evaluation like this one from a licensed neurologist before they can return to the field. But in recent years, athletes have slipped through the cracks, and through no fault of their own.
In high school competitive sports anyways, you go out and you get checked and then you come back to the bench. A couple of times when I got checked, I was cleared. Only one of those was actually, I ended up being concussed. The trainers wanted me to stay in too. They don't want to deal with that stuff during a game, and I don't blame them.
Greg Cameron has suffered a total of 6 concussions in his lifetime, and has been living with the side effects ever since.
Headaches, sometimes they're prolonged, sometimes sharp migraines, but after the car accident I got in January, I got the 6th concussion. I had headaches for maybe 3 months after it.
After Greg's 4th concussion, he decided to try physical therapy.
It went well, but still, you really do lose that spark. If you're skating on the ice scared, you're not playing your best.
Concussion awareness has increased significantly in recent years. With new rules in helmet technology, the line of communication on and off the field has only gotten stronger. For JMC 330, I am Blake Harvey.